Does that look like a natural female to you? Take a look at the hips, the breasts, just the figure in general. If you said no, I'd have to question your sexuality and whether or not you've ever been with a member of the opposite sex. Okay, now that we've got that cleared up, I'm going to address the claims made by this bullshit artist, the Sanity Machine, against this lady here, Anne-Marie Uber. So I'll just press play. Get some volume on it. Actually, before I start, just a quick background story for those of you who don't know. So the Sanity Machine is attacking this lady here, pictured on screen, claiming that she is a man. The photo that I've just shown here was taken a few days ago by Anne-Marie. And I want you to keep in mind that this lady pictured on screen is closer to the age of 60 than 50.
Oh, look at that. Wow, wow. See that arm come up there and that hand. Oh, dear. Hi, what big hands you have.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's examine that, shall we? So Stephen claims that Anne-Marie has big man hands. Now, there's a photo of Anne-Marie's hands next to her mother's. Right, now that's just for starters. Now, as you can see, she's got a very small hand, but long fingers. Now, I'll just go back. Long fingers, small hand. Now, I'm going to give you an education here today when I break this bullshit artist, the Sanity Machine, down. Right, so you will hear a lot of YouTubers using the ring to index finger ratio when they're exposing a tea drinker. Now, that's not necessarily an accurate way of identifying whether someone is a man or a woman, right? Because it's linked directly to testosterone inside of the womb. Now, it is an accurate way of identifying a tea drinker if you're dealing with a man trying to pass themselves off as a female, but not always. Okay, so just keep that in mind.
Granny Smith has her granny panties in a pretzel twist right now over this. And Granny Smith is watching this video going, "You motherfucker." I don't think Granny Smith likes.
Yeah, and the Granny Smith that he's talking about in this video is a character that he himself is responsible for making to try to attach to me when I exposed him as being a multi-roller.
Likes my content anymore. She used to. She used to comment and laugh at my videos and enjoy it and put the laughing to tears and stuff, but not any. Oh, look at the dupers! Look at it! Look at this! Oh, we got a smile there. Oh, uh-oh, 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 SpaghettiOs. It's not SpaghettiOs though. Look at the size of that hand. Look at the size of that hand. I bet that's larger than most grown men that are.
Well, once again, let's check that. Obviously not. Right, now, here's a photo of Anne-Marie when she was younger. Obviously an attractive lady. Female shoulders.
Around somewhere close to 6 feet, whether they're 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", 6'2", somewhere around the 6 foot mark or close to it. Those are not average sized hands. Oh man, those are man hands. Look at the length of the fingers. Okay? Look at the distance from.
Right, now, keep in mind that Stephen, the sanity machine, is always speaking about spiritual assassination. That's his words. Right, that's what he calls someone who falsely accuses another person of something. Now, what do you think he's doing right here with this lady? All right, now I'm going to bring up some photos. Okay, that's a female closer to 60 than 50, without makeup on, that Stephen is claiming is a man. Female hips, clear as day. Right, I'll just bring up this here. Small detail but significant. Draw a woman's hip joints outside the pelvic bone. They jut out visibly in the body, and this helps to capture this feature. In contrast, keep a man's hip joints inside the pelvic bone. All right, so I'll just go back again. curved back. There's another shot. Curved back and buttocks. Not flat like a man. I'll just bring this diagram here up. So using angular shapes for a skinny woman, for instance, and soft ones for a fleshy man. Still note that in reasonably slim bodies, a woman's stomach is gently curved and her buttocks are rounded. A man tends to flatness both in the stomach and buttocks. So clearly, she meets the criteria from that diagram as being a female.
Where the hand begins, the end of the wrist to the, like, look at that. So look at the long face, the long skull. Okay, that is a long skull. Quite a bit of,
Now, basically what Stephen has done here is he's taken an image, or he's paused some footage on a video of this lady here, and he's then worked his, I would say, witchcraft on his subscribers by trying to convince them that they're looking at a man instead of a female. All right, now think about this. I can go and find online, say in my local area, a photo of a beautiful female where she's speaking on social media and pause it at a certain moment where they may be pulling a certain face or they're not looking their best, and I can then roast that individual to discredit them and to put a false image in the viewer's mind about them. And that's exactly what he's done here. Right? I know the lion bitch ass spirit behind the sanity machine. I know him better than just about anyone here on YouTube. Right? So I know exactly what he's up to.
quite a bit of real estate there on the forehead. She could, yeah, they could be a real estate agent. I mean, look at that. That's quite a bit for a woman. I'm talking about for a dude. I mean, yeah, you can have a receding hairline as we get older, whatever. Men tend to have a larger skull, but wow, look at that. They scrunch up their shoulders to try to appear to be more dainty or more feminine.
Does she? Scrunch up her shoulders. Was she doing that here as well when she was younger? Those shoulders are not straight across male shoulders.
They don't like have their shoulders the way someone would usually have them, and the neck, you know, a lot of harsh lines. If you took the makeup off that face, I bet you'd be looking at someone, you know, pretty masculine looking, we'll say.
Is that right? Well, there's the lady in question. without makeup. I don't know, for someone closer to 60 than 50 years of age, they're not looking very masculine to me.
Okay. Pretty manly looking. They gained a bit of weight. They'd have some good sized shoulders maybe too. They gained maybe 15, 20, 25 pounds on that frame. This is what you got to think of. You got to think of it that way. Look at it that way. Maybe.
What you've got to think about is Stephen's motives behind this video. What you've got to think about is, does he have the credibility that he claims? Now, the answer for me is obviously no, he doesn't.
Maybe they're starving themselves to be this size, taking pills, taking drugs. Who knows? Ability. Look at the size of the hands, though, and the thick wrist. Those are some thick wrists there, and a good size.
Really? Some thick wrists. I don't know where he comes to that conclusion. Sounds like bullshit, like just about everything else that he's had to say so far in this video.
Forearm when they held up their arm earlier, and the length of the forearm. Those are long arms, man. Pardon the pun when I say man. Oh man. Oh, I did it again. Sorry, I can't help myself. Look at him. Just look at him.
All right, I'm going to finish the video up here. So what you've got is basically a disinfo agent. Not always, but at times, especially when he decides he doesn't like someone, talking a heap of shit online about things he clearly knows nothing about. And once you actually examine some of his claims, they don't hold up to scrutiny. All right, now you've got in these videos here too that Stephen's made, you get a lot of comments like this. Where Ed Healy says, man hands for sure. And Orphan Annie says, looks like Granny lost her marbles. She can't even tell the difference between a man and a woman. She's singing and coming out with part 2 to expose Stephen. All right, now keep in mind that Granny Smith was put up to making that video by this same group of clowns after I exposed the sanity machine. So according to Orphan Annie, she can't even tell the difference between a man and a woman. What do you reckon Orphan Annie would look like if she was to get in front of a camera? Yet here she is, running the mouth, committing spiritual genocide against what is clearly a natural female. Not as bright as you think you are, Stephen. And you've just been exposed here as a disinfo agent. No doubt about it.